All right, Michael Paul here with Remax in Nocatee, and this is the first of several interviews of local restaurant owners, business owners. I just wanted to find out how they're doing, and today I've got Rick Kunzi with Treylor Park here in Nocatee. How you doing, Rick?
Hey, how you doing, Michael?
I am doing good. Normally I'd be right behind that wall behind the bar at my office, but I'm in my home office. Well, first of all, how are you and your family, your extended family, doing?
So far, so good. Thankfully. I know that just so many people are affected by this in so many different ways, and thankfully, my family's doing good. I relocated my parents down here recently. They have a house in Del Webb, and so they're nice. They're tucked away over there, and everyone's being very safe and careful and cautious. So everything's good, and yeah, everything's good in my neck of the woods as well.
Well, that's good. Now, I know obviously this is your Nocatee location. You have another one that was your original, and you're not from and that's in Savannah. So you're not from Savannah or from here. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Michigan, but I've lived in New York for the past 20 years. I actually still have a place up there too. So it's been nice to be away from those two hot zones. But definitely, I'm reaching out to all my friends and family who are in that area all the time, just to make sure that they're doing okay.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, we actually are from Wisconsin. I'm from Wisconsin. My wife's from here, and I've got 8 siblings up there. They're all doing well. They're all chomping at the bit. The ones who can't work, but like you and I, we're essential, and some of my family are in essential, businesses and industries. So I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear everyone's safe. We haven't had anyone who's been impacted yet directly. Well, you know what? Tell us a little bit about some of really how you've been impacted as far as your business and what you can and can't do. What's new and what can you no longer do?
Yeah, so it's been changing weekly. Really, at the beginning, everything was kind of happening very fast. There were a lot of new mandates coming down from the governor's office, and we were just trying to keep up. So one of the big things was going down to 50% capacity, and then also making sure there's plenty of social distancing to start. And then that, of course, changed to where we were just only doing takeout and delivery. So we tried to kind of really reinvent what we were doing out there, because with so many people scaling back, you feel like you were losing bit by bit, and we didn't really want to have too much of a negative connotation. We wanted to try to add something positive. So we ended up going to Savannah and bringing down our barbecue smoker that we use for all of our special events. And we ended up doing a bunch of barbecue for the first couple weeks, just trying to give something different, being able to come up with some newer items. And now, fortunately, we've been able to kind of get back to some more of our basics, to let people get their fix for their Treylor Park nachos and their peanut butter and jelly chicken wings and pot pies. So it's been a good transition. Hard work, but good transition.
So, I tend to eat at home, but your happy hour is typically 3 to 6, and behind that wall is where my office is. So I tend to stop by for a drink. I've seen you quite often. We actually had a past customer event, I think within a couple of weeks of you opening, back in 18 in July. And so how has the new guidelines impacted alcohol sales? Because I know in the past I couldn't get a drink and take it with me. What's different?
Right. Yeah, so it was kind of back and forth for the start, and now they finally have kind of solidified what they want to do, things coming down from the governor's office. So right now they're letting you take with a food purchase alcohol to go. And so what we're doing is we're pre-making all of our specialty cocktails. We're doing our Illegally Blonde, our Cactus Pear Margarita, Passion Fruit Margaritas, mojitos. We're putting these in these I call them Capri Sun gift pouches. And so those are, we're using those to go. We're also doing growlers of our draft beer. You can also get bottles and cans and bottles of wine as well. But it's really neat. It's been kind of a new thing for us. People have been just really getting into those drink pouches because it's about 2 to 3 drinks in each pouch, and people can take them with them and take them home, pour them over ice, and they're just it's just like being back in the bar again, you know.
So what's interesting is I actually I just wanted to see before we sat down to do this interview how easy it was to order. So right now on the screen is actually just a clip. Of course, I had my teenager put this together for me. Of me last night. I live in Palencia, and it's about a 20-minute ride. I ordered after I got in the car, and when I got there, it was ready, and it was, it was just so easy, and I wasn't aware of the alcohol, so I was like, you know what kind of beers do you have in can? Because I think you can't sell open containers.
Correct.
So. Yeah, so that was great. Now, as it relates to the changes you've made in your business, I know in our industry it's really changed. We tend to, in the real estate industry, meet strangers at a house to sell it to them, not knowing really a lot about them. And with today's times, we've had to, just out of caution and safety, do a much higher level of qualification and do virtual showings, but people are still buying. It's just a lot less, and probably you're seeing the same thing. There's just a lot less people, so the business has been impacted for all of us. So for us, we've had some positive changes. What would you say are going to be your takeaways moving into, as when things do get back to normal? What are your takeaways as far as the positive outcomes from some of the changes you made?
Well, I think there's a lot, I think it depends on the type of people you are, and we're definitely optimists around here. And so we've been attacking this time to really just kind of challenge ourselves, also to be creative and reinvent new things. We were in the midst of doing construction of a new diner concept in Savannah. And so we have a whole new menu kind of set for that we're going to unveil, but we've been able to test out those new menu items during this time, which has been really neat. We've been doing a limited menu here just because we want to try to keep it as concise as possible back in the back of the kitchen. But with that, we've been able to have some fun, and we've been doing some neat things like our Philly cheesesteak flatbread, and we've also been able to do our Sloppy Joe dog. We call it Sloppy Dog, with fried banana pepper rings and beer cheese on it. So we've been able to really kind of experiment and have some fun. Other things that we've done, you probably noticed, Ian, this is your second office over here.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, we took down our divider wall that we have in the bar area, which divides, separates kind of the main dining area from the bar area. This is something we had talked about doing for a while, and finally we had some time to actually do that. And what we'll be bringing in is 2 long communal high tops that will end up sitting in that area. And it really works for, one, we always wanted to open up that space a little bit more for that bar crowd, but 2, with kind of how things are going with social distancing, we want to be able to give more space to our patrons who choose to come in and sit and not feel like they have to be on top of each other, when they come in here. Absolutely. So that's been really neat.
Hey, we got a comment from JT Tynan. I don't know if you can read this. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously they're regular. They love your staff. Nocatee community loves y'all. Jade and Jeff are the best bartenders in the business. So a lot of good comments coming in. Jerry, who's a realtor on our team, has some good things to say. So a lot of positivity. Are you on your laptop right now?
I'm actually on my cell phone right now.
Why don't you do this? Is that work in progress? Why don't you give us a quick, just kind of pan around and just let it, or is it not? It's okay. It's, what?
Yeah.
This is the real world.
I'll give you a quick shot.
Yeah.
So come with me. So what we've been doing over here, we ended up, so this is what used to be one area, kind of where this ledge is right here is where that wall was. That is actually just the bar rail that's right there. We ended up continuing our stenciling that we have done recently. And so now there's going to be a lot more room, as you can see, and people will be able to kind of, just kind of breathe a bit. We're also putting in a foot rail at the bar too.
Okay.
So that will be really neat. People have been looking for that. People talk. People give me wishes and things that they say, hey, this would be great, especially people who are here, several nights a week. And I say, yeah, let's look and see what we can do with it all.
Well, Christina Freeman wants you to keep all of the classic movies on your TVs. She just posted a comment. So I'm assuming that's going to stay, right?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, we're actually even going. It's always a fun process trying to figure out what's a trailer park movie. And so, my business partner Trey and I, we talk all the time. We love to have those conversations. And so, right now in our catalog, I think we have something like 85 movies, and we're always trying to add another like 3 a month just to kind of keep it fresh.
Well, you know what? I want to let folks know how to order. So what I'm going to do is take what I had up.
Yeah, and I want to say,
go.
yeah, when calling, just be patient because we have a lot of calls coming in. Our hours right now are Monday through Friday, from 5 o'clock to 9 p.m. Sometimes we get set up a little bit earlier, around like 4:30, so we can start taking calls then. On the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, we open up at noon and we go till 8 o'clock p.m. So we have a little bit of a larger window on the weekends. As things move forward, we may be able to open up those hours a little bit more, but we are working with a limited staff right now, and I just don't want to burn them out during this time. So,
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you all are heavy on Instagram. I noticed you had almost 10,000 followers. So, and that's between obviously your 2 locations. I was talking to we were emailing your social media director, and you all have a really good presence on Instagram. It sounds like Instagram, if you're an Instagrammer, that's where you want to go. Get Treylor Park, get the latest menu, right? Because you're making changes.
Yeah, it's easy for us because we are doing daily changes.
Okay.
So it's easy for us to update on that platform a little bit easier than if we were doing our full website, because our website also connects to 2 of our other restaurants as well. And we just want it to be very concise and clear. But if you're not an Instagrammer, what you can do is you can go to trailerpark.com, and at the very top of the website, there is a link to our Instagram, and that will take you directly to what is our most updated menu for that day.
Okay, perfect. Well, I tell you what, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. It sounds like y'all are taking a positive approach. The folks here in Nocatee sure appreciate it. I appreciate you coming on. What final words do you have for the folks that are tuning in, or who may even watch this on replay? Because this is actually, just so you know, it's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, and my wife Michelle is streaming it live on Instagram right now as well.
Yeah, I would definitely say just be safe. Take everything seriously right now. I do have a lot of friends in New York and LA who are actually going through this. I've got some people who have gone through some serious stuff. So please just, take it safe. We're doing our part, do your part. But we want to be here for the community as well. And we want to be sure that we can offer you some little rays of sunshine and silver lining during all of this.
Well, I appreciate it. We're going to close out. I'm going to close out the interview with some of this footage that we shot last night, but I actually want to get a little sound from it. So, can you still hear me?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, I tell you what, I look forward to coming by next door. Hopefully, it's going to be in May, if not sooner. Beyond just getting to go, I can't wait till we can get back in and sit at the bar and enjoy a drink. Thanks again so much. We'll look forward to seeing you soon. I missed you last night when I was getting my to-go, but you were probably dropping something off at your folks' house in Del Webb.
I'm here more often than not, but thank you so much for doing this, Michael. We appreciate all the support that we get. We're one really tight-knit community over here in Nocatee, and we appreciate everybody during this time.
Awesome. Thanks. Goodbye, everyone.
All right.
See you later.
Thank you.